20 years since the 9/11 attacks. When will justice be served as it regards KSM and the 4 others involved in the 9/11 attacks?
It's certainly a great question. We have had 20 years of well, KSM's been in custody for well over 16 years now, and he still can't get to trial. It's a mystery to me why, with the evidence that's been amassed, with him being in detention, why he can't be properly tried. It's a complete travesty. The entire Guantanamo process, the military commission process, has been a mess from the start. Whatever you think about Guantanamo, it's quite clear KSM's role, Sheikh Mohammed's role in 9/11, that he should be being prosecuted right now, and yet this entire process is in limbo, and it's inexplicable.
Well, we know that 20 years ago this Saturday, 9/11 was the genesis for our invasion in the war in Afghanistan. The Taliban, now taking over, is allowing flights out of Kabul, and Americans were among the 200 or so people evacuated today. Bill, what about other planes full of refugees, including planes still grounded in Mazar-e-Sharif?
Yeah, that's the question. Look, I think the Taliban is using the Americans and the Afghans and others who want to leave the country as a bargaining chip, as hostages, so to speak. They'll let them out slowly. The question is are they being given concessions for this? The Taliban have said they're free to leave, and yet it's been well over a week since the last U.S. soldier left Afghanistan. It's been 10 days now, and there are still American citizens who want to leave the country who are still there. We can't say when. I think the Taliban are keeping them there to extract concessions. They are essentially hostages to the Taliban and their bargaining chips. The Taliban wants things like people, for their members at Guantanamo, freed. They want to be their leaders taken off sanctions list. They want U.S. money, that is money in U.S. banks that belongs to the Afghan government, transferred. And I think they're going to hold out until they get some of what they want.
I want to move to, in the minute that we have left, the Taliban. It appears now stronger and well-funded, perhaps even more so than it was 20 years ago. It, of course, provided terror safe haven for al-Qaeda's planning of the 9/11 attacks. As we approach the 20th anniversary of those attacks, Bill, how safe is the homeland?
Well, Homeland Security certainly has improved, but al-Qaeda and the Islamic State, they have bigger goals than just conducting terror attacks here in the United States. That is merely a tactic. They seek to establish their global caliphate. They want their global Islamic State, and that's what they're working towards. And the more we give them the time, space to execute their goals, they have a state now in Afghanistan, and they've had one in Iraq and Syria, and we've seen the consequences of allowing them to do that. The longer they have that, the more dangerous it is to here in the United States and Americans and our allies abroad.
All right, Bill Roggio with the Foundation for Defense of Democracies. Thank you so much for being with us, and thank you so much for your insights.